Hi folks, it's Lisa Campion here. I just wanted to talk to you guys today about a certain type of person that I'm seeing a lot of these days with my clients, and I think of them as transformational people. Um, I think there's lots of different types of people, and we all have sort of a different purpose, or something that we're a different dharma, different something we're supposed to do here. But lately, I've been seeing a lot of what I think of as these transformational people. And they are people who live in the world who actually are change agents, and they actually like change. So, for example, in this time in the world where it seems like we're kind of watching the world like it's a runaway train, right? A transformational person will say, "Oh my God, thank heaven, something's happening," and they'll see the change as welcome, even though it's tough or it's difficult. And that's because transformational people are always changing themselves. They are literally always transforming. And I notice like a lot of times they have like a 7 to 10 year transformational cycle. So if you're like this, and actually consider myself like this I'm talking in a way about myself here, but it's really about like every 7 to 10 years, you're totally a new person. You might completely change your look. Or change your whole entire life, your job, your partner, your career. You might move to a new part of the world, right? There's this sort of need or desire for change. And it's not just because you're bored and you feel like changing, it's really because the transformation comes from the inside out. So transformational people are totally drawn to doing transformational work themselves and could look back over their whole lifetimes and say, well, ever since I was 17, I've been working on myself. I've been changing. I've been, meditating and going to therapy and doing this and really changing from the inside. So when you change really radically on the inside, the outside world has to change to kind of reflect this new person. I think a lot about like the energy of a snake. So a snake is often the symbol of transformation and change. A snake's always shedding its skin. And I think it's so interesting about snakes, like they never stop growing. It's like one of the only animals that as long as they live, they never stop growing. They just shed their skin and get bigger and move on. That it's a little bit like what transformational people are like. So like I said, when you're a transformational person, your whole life you're going to be drawn to personal and spiritual growth. And it can be very hard for us to understand why some people who are not so much like this seem so slow in their growth, or they get sort of stuck in life. A transformational person really is never stuck. They're sort of full steam ahead. And it sometimes can be hard for us to understand why other people are afraid of change, because we really welcome change. We hate being bored or stuck more than almost anything, right? Now, when a transformational person is underemployed or they haven't figured out their life purpose, they can create a lot of unhelpful chaos and drama in their lives, right? And I don't know if it's totally true, but it might be safe to say that sort of underneath every drama queen out there is a transformational person who needs to discover their mission and do their inner work. I think they just can kind of get in their own way when they don't really know that's what they're for. They can be very mission focused. So if you're a transformational person, you need a mission that is worthy of your energy, courage, and intelligence. And what's the most important thing I think about all this is that it's important that we take our transformational nature out into the world and become change agents for other people. So transformational people are really drawn to things like becoming a coach, therapist, healers, speakers, writers, workshop leaders, luminaries, these kinds of people, but they aren't always warm and cozy. So a real transformational person doesn't always coddle you or allow you to stay in your comfort zone, like my buddy Reese Thomas, who admits to being a bit of a spiritual taskmaster. They're more sort of likely to poke you, provoke you, prod you into changing, but they don't have much patience or tolerance for sort of sitting still with you while you wallow, or while you're stuck. That's sort of hard. That's not what they're for. They're for rallying the troops and getting people to move in the direction of change. So if that's you, I just wanted to take a moment to honor you as a change agent, and really invite you to continue to bring your work into the world. That's what it's for other people, and to keep inspiring other people in the world to change. The world really needs you right now, if this is you. And also, if you do feel out of sorts, the thing to do is really continue to do inner work. So whatever that is for you, whatever your transformation is, go back to that, because that will be the wellspring of your how you source yourself and where you get your energy. And there are many people right now in the world who are very afraid of change, very fearful. And I just wanted to take a minute to honor the people that are like, woohoo, like, let's change this. This is bad. Let's change everything. That you're needed. And I hope you find a way to bring that to yourself and to the world. So anyway, thanks for listening, and talk to you guys all soon. Bye.